Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Oaghaji, aka Oaghaji. I'm back in the building, back with another video. Now, before I begin, just want to let y'all know, like I usually do, that if y'all hear any talking, background noises, and things like that, that's my family. So, yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a small house. It's not that big, but anyway, today is going to be another installment of Oaghaji Recommendations. And today I'm going to recommend the 2000 Ecchi Seinen martial arts manga classic Ikkitousen. Sometimes released in the States as Battle Vixens, but Ikkitousen is a much better title than that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's created by Yuuji Shiozaki, yeah, Yuji Shiozaki, who also created another awesome ecchi seinen martial arts manga called Battle Club, which what I'm saying, which I might talk about in the near future. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna read my notes that I've wrote. It's basically the plot synopsis. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna read this as we go along, and then we're gonna talk about why I want to recommend this series. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Sealed in ancient jewels are the spirits of the heroes who tried and failed to unite China in the Three Kingdoms era. These jewels have been scattered throughout Japan and have the power to draw out the full potential of those who inherit them. However, those owners, known as Toshi, are possessed with an insatiable appetite for battle. Hakufu Sonsaku is one such Toshi. Living in the country, Hakufu's desire to beat something to a pulp goes unfulfilled until her mother tells her to go to Tokyo, where she starts training with other Toshi and sets foot on the path to her destiny. Yeah, I want to talk now. It's time for me to talk about why I'm recommending this manga series. To me, it's a pretty awesome martial arts manga. I mean, you got some of the heroes from the Three Kingdoms era of ancient China being transformed into sexualized femme fatale badasses, and kicking each other's asses. That's an awesome honestly, that's a pretty awesome badass premise if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? And now, before I talk about why that is, I just want to go on to this little tangent real quick. Honestly, Ikkitousen, both the manga and its anime adaptations, it's gotten a lot of unnecessary hate. And honestly, I never understood the hate for Ikkitousen, to be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And people just, I mean, I get it. It's one now. If I get it, if it's not your cup of tea and whatnot, I get that. But to go on and say that, oh, this is just, oh, it's whack, and it's just made for version perverts to jerk off to and all that, that's stupid. Now, I just want to let y'all know that all that what I've just said, those things about how those criticisms that I've said, this was before the whole culture war nonsense. This whole culture war between the woke crowd and the anti-woke crowd became a thing, and rotten niggas' brains on both sides. You know what I'm saying? All that unnecessary hate that Ikkitousen has gotten. I mean, I'm talking about the mindless hate, the mindless hate that Ikkitousen has gotten because of its concept. It was mostly got hate on because of the ecchi stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all this stuff, all that mindless hate on it was before the whole cultural war in 2014, 2015, 2016 became a thing. You know what I'm saying? Where it has to a point where it has rotten niggas' brains on both sides. And I'm talking about both the woke and the anti woke. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all that mindless hating on that series was before all that was happening. And again, I never understood it, and I never jumped. And I'm glad that I never got into that hate train. I'm glad that I didn't jump on the hate train for them, on the hate train, because I felt like a lot of those cats that jumped on the Ikkitousen hate train were just doing it just to gain some clout. You know what I'm saying? Back in those times in the early to mid to late 2000s, you know what I'm saying, in the manga and anime fandom in the West, especially in the United States, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I felt like it was just, it was ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Ikki Tousen is actually not that bad of a series, and it actually has a pretty good story, you know what I'm saying? But folks weren't paying attention on the trivia stuff. But yeah, sorry, y'all. Just want to get that tangent out of the way before I recommend this manga, you know what I'm saying, for what it is. Yeah, I think that its concept have some of the heroes of the Three Kingdoms era of ancient China being transformed into the sexualized femme fatale badasses and kicking each other's asses in modern day Japan is pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome premise, you know what I'm saying, and concept. You get me? Hakufu, she's definitely the guy that wants to test her skills against strong opponents, which I'm definitely a sucker for those type of characters, regardless if they're a sexualized femme fatale badass or a non-sexualized female badass or a non-feminine tomboy badass or a muscular dude who is in his 20s or in his teens, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why I like, that's why I like Grappler Baki and Koko Tekkenden Tough and its sequel Tough, King and Ashura and Garuden and Isho Senken and all that and the God of High School. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like that. To me, the story is pretty cool and the concept's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? The characters are very interesting and really pretty well in my opinion. Pretty well in my opinion, especially with Hakufu. There's also Ryo Fu, who is this? Who's she's basically she's basically Lubu, but if he was like this hot sexy green hair woman who can kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? And there's also Ryoma, who's a pretty cool character. She's a pretty cool female grappler that uses handcuffs and wears a main outfit. An awesome combo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that the action of it and Ikki Tousen is top notch. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely up there with Grappler Baki, Koko Tekken, then Tough, um, Karate Minoru Kun, and Teppu, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which I definitely enjoy. To me, if you're gonna get into reading Ikkitousen, I definitely recommend y'all enjoying it for what it is. And I'm not, in terms of the ecchi stuff, the martial arts, and overall story. You know what I'm saying? And it should be embraced by both men and women of culture. Yeah, I said so. And if people get mad at me for saying that, hey, ask me if I care. You know what I'm saying? Ask a hood nerd from hood nerd that he cares because I don't. As a hood nerd and a hood weeb, you can call. Yeah, I'm just gonna call myself a hood nerd because it's much more cooler. A hood, yeah, this hood nerd right here recommends Ikkitousen for its sexualized femme fatale badasses, its martial arts and its story and its characters. You feel me? So yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoy this installment of Oaghaji Recommendations. Y'all can stay tuned for more and stay tuned for more other videos along the way. If y'all like this video, y'all can like it, share it, all that good stuff. Y'all can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, Oaghaji27, and my other social media accounts. So yeah, with that being said, this is your boy, Oaghaji, aka Oaghaji, signing out. Peace.